Hi there, and welcome to the Anita Chat podcast. I'm your host, Anita Rombo, and this is the podcast for growth-oriented women to have authentic, real talk. Nothing is off the table here, but as an intuitive self-relationship coach, you'll find the content gravitates towards mindset, intentional action, spirituality, and all things wellness. So if you're ready to learn, laugh, show up, and glow up to be the best version of yourself, grab your favorite bevy, settle in, and we've got lots to chat about. Hello, and welcome to another episode of I Need a Chat. I hope you are doing well. Today, I thought I would start this episode by sharing a story with you, and it's probably something that you can relate to. I am sure that you are also in this season of busyness where we're constantly rushing from one extracurricular activity to another, and it seems like our schedule is largely dictated by our kids' activities, whether it be extracurricular activities, play dates, birthday parties. It seems like we're constantly running around. And actually, that's where I get a lot of my podcast listening in. So maybe you are tuning in while you're doing one of those things. Anyways, in our house, weekends in particular are especially busy. And each Sunday morning, we go through the same challenge with my 6-year-old daughter, Gia, when it comes to her swimming lesson. Plain and simple, she doesn't want to go. She is afraid of drowning. She thinks she can't swim. Over the summer, we had a lot of time in the water, and she loved it, and she was very comfortable with the water, and she showed a lot of promise and potential and progress to one day become a strong, independent swimmer. So not really sure where some of that fear is coming from, but regardless, she is just not interested in going. Every Sunday, it seems to be this big struggle. No matter what we say to her, there's just a lot of resistance, and it's hard. But at the end of those lessons, she does have this huge smile on her face. She's extremely proud of herself, and she even wants a Timbit to be rewarded for her good progress. But that's a story for another day. Anyways, I'm sharing this story with you because I think we can all relate to it in some way. A common thing I hear on my discovery calls with potential clients and with my clients and even amongst other people in my circle is a desire to feel more confident, whether it's more confident on the job, as a mother, in your body, in your vision for your future. Confidence shows up in our life in many different ways, and wherever you may think you are lacking confidence, what it ultimately boils down to is you have a desire to strengthen your trust in your abilities or your skill, or feel more sure of yourself that you will be able to rise to the occasion, whether that be delivering a presentation at work, a 5-course meal over the holidays, or putting your best self forward as a mother. You see, in this messy middle of our lives, it's very common to feel disconnected from ourselves because, quite plain and simple, we are very busy putting the needs of other people in front of ours and getting what needs to be done. We've taken on many identities and roles, and some of them are planned and some of them are unplanned. And those identities change us. And the result is we can feel very disconnected to who we are at our core. And when we feel that disconnection from who we are at our core, when we don't even recognize who we are anymore or what we want or what we're able to potentially do, it's no surprise that we may doubt our abilities and skills and thus lack confidence in a particular area. We could even feel confident about one aspect in our life and feel a lack of confidence in another. So for example, maybe you are a boss at work. Maybe people are coming to you for help. Maybe you could do your job with your eyes closed, but you doubt your abilities as a mother. You're wondering if you're effing up your kid. There's no guidebook for how to parent your children. So confidence is not an all or nothing thing. It can definitely show up in different areas of your life. It can show up in different phases of your life. Just take a look at my 6-year-old, for example, and then take a look at my middle life women. It comes in all shapes and sizes. It's very pervasive, and it tends to impact women more so than men. So much so that I came across some statistics that I want to share with you now. So some research related to confidence and self-image, this is from Dove, found that just 4% of women worldwide consider themselves beautiful. 96% of women do not have confidence in their looks. They feel that they are not beautiful. Can you believe that? When it comes to a workplace, KPMG did a women's leadership study, and they found that 67% of women said they needed more support building confidence to feel like they can be leaders. They didn't feel like they could be leaders as they were right now. Further, in this study, 73% of women reported lacking the confidence to pursue a job opportunity beyond their experience. 65% of women lack the confidence to ask for a promotion. 61% of women lacked the confidence to request a raise. And 56% of women lack the confidence to request a new role or position. So with all of that being said, sharing my daughter's experiences, sharing my experiences with potential and actual clients, and sharing this research, I think the big take-home message that I really want to emphasize here is that there is a huge opportunity for us to change our confidence levels. Confidence really impacts the way we show up in any and all aspect of our life. And oftentimes when people come to me and explicitly call out that they're feeling a lack of confidence in a particular area and they want to improve it, my answer is we don't need to work on your confidence. We need to work on your courage. So courage to me is one of the answers to feeling more confident. When I say that courage is actually the answer to establishing more confidence, I often get some surprised reactions. In fact, some people are using the term confidence and courage interchangeably. And I really want to emphasize that courage and confidence are two very different terms. They mean two separate things. And to me, courage is more important than confidence. And once you have the courage, you have the confidence. So let's distill courage a little bit further, shall we? Courage involves you taking a step or moving forward to do something. Courage is what Gia does every Sunday morning, getting into that pool. Does it feel good for her? Absolutely not. But she bravely faces her fear. And over time, with repeated exposure to these swimming lessons, comes familiarity, comes an improvement in skills. And with that extra practice, with that repeated exposure, maybe it becomes less and less scary and less daunting. And of course, with the ability to practice and the improvement in skills, you also gain a little bit more confidence. You see progress in your ability. You feel better about doing that thing. That might even lead to some badassery. And that, my dear, is what is ultimately going to build confidence. So in order to build confidence in whatever you are hoping for, I encourage you to flex that courage muscle. I want you to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. If you want to show up in a different way, if you want to be a public figure, a gym buff, if you want to be a CEO, if you want to find Mr. Right, whatever your goal, you have to put yourself out there. So once again, being courageous is not the same as being confident. Being courageous is doing that thing even when you're scared as us. Confidence comes when you overcome that fear, but you can overcome it by sitting on the sidelines or putting it off for another day. My friends, with 2023 around the corner, I don't want you sitting on the sidelines anymore. I want 2023 to be your best year yet on all fronts. If that sounds good to you, you may be interested in registering for my free masterclass that's happening next Wednesday, December the 7th, 8 p.m. Eastern, entitled How to Set Yourself Up for the Ultimate Success in 2023. There will be a limited time replay if you aren't able to make that date or time. The class is absolutely free. The link to register for the class will be in the episode description, and I hope to see you there. But in the meantime, I will see you next week. Bye for now.
Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of the Anita Chat podcast. If you haven't taken a minute to leave a review, I would absolutely love to hear from you. All you need to do is to search for the show, click your star rating, and type in a few words. Also, if there's a specific topic you'd like to see covered in this podcast, if you'd like me to be your coach, or if you want to just chat, feel free to send me an email or shoot me a message through my IG, which you'll find in the show notes. The show notes will also contain any links to the freebies that were referenced in this episode. Until next time, friends, it's been great chatting with you.